don't trash the place. They just go down there and look at it. You know, I don't think a body's going to stay in there for 10 years and not be noticed.
Yeah, that doesn't sound too reasonable.
But a lot of the theories are surrounding she was in McKinney and didn't leave McKinney. I was given an anonymous tip a few weeks back that her body was supposedly dumped in the PC Park Lake, which is Pulaski County Park Lake, which I'm gonna try to get some more credibility for that before I try to get a team out there to search. Because logically, you got to think as well. That river flows, or that park flows, lake. I'm sorry, flows into the Cumberland River. You know, there's so many drafts in there. The water's constantly up and down.
Amen.
Yeah, you know, and I don't remember the case, the woman's name, but there was a case where her remains were washed 119 miles down the river. And I think it was a quote that either you said or one of the detectives says, the river always gives up.
Sure, it does. Yeah, it does. Those bodies of water, at some point, I think it was the Goldie Massey case probably,
Yeah.
where they still haven't located all of her, but eventually it gives it up. We've just had to date this. We've just had some really big flooding. I was mentioning that the Kentucky River's still up, and it'll do one or two things. It'll make it harder or easier when it starts cutting away at banks and things like that. We can always hope on that too, that things get uncovered in that process. What else have you done? And by the way, where you're talking about is if we were looking at who might want to move somebody there, pretty much a straight shot down Highway 27, right?
Yeah, it's off of 501. There's a small bridge, and there's four roads that break off from it, and you can take one of those roads called Tunnel Road, and you can go down there right along the railroad tracks, and then you just cross over those, and you walk through the tunnel. You can get a side-by-side ATV, an off-road vehicle through it. I've been in it 6 times. It's a really unique site. You walk in about, I think it's about 3/4 of a mile long. You walk in about the first quarter, there's a cavern to your left or your right, and it's about 12 feet up, and that's where they used to store coal for the old steam engines.
Okay.
And you get down further to the end, there's a stream that runs through it, and there's a body of water that slowly declines or gets deeper, and you can't get into that. I've been up to it about mid chest high, and you can still keep walking.